just one stat that I want to see at the end of Challenger League.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the Panari Sledge pick rate.
Oh, that's a big one. Because you don't want to ban Sledge because it's sort of a wasted ban, but then you target Panari. But then he still has some things he can play otherwise, like a bug for still some self-destruction. And still those nades. Hibana actually being banned. And that is an interesting one.
Yeah, definitely. Also, the Ash gonna get banned. Something you don't often see will most likely indicate a target ban, as we are gonna see Miram, the next one, to leave the operator lineup. And it's gonna be up to GoSkilla now to bring in that final ban. They're gonna have the choice between, let's say, Pulse, Echo, and Maestro. It's likely the operators that could be banned. It's going to be Echo, as Alive is not so happy about the ban on Ash, it seemed.
Yeah, well, it might be a meanie.
I mean, he is the top fragger in the league, right? So
yeah, well,
if he's playing Ash that much and you remove him, then Alive could be nerfed a little bit, which will help you win this match.
And I think it's just Team GoSkilla trying to destroy the stats.
That's possibly what they will be doing.
And they can shake that up, but as you predicted as well, the Jackal is already coming out. And of course, because Hibana is banned, you might want to pick up a Maverick, and there it is, just picks it up straight away. We also see a Kaid coming in.
Yeah, Kaid will be there to deny the termite charges, which could be placed down. Of course, Maverick will just go straight through, and as they are going CCTV, this will allow GoSkilla to make sure those hatches will not be opened up as easy as possible. It's going to be a hard job because of the lack of attacher to get rid of those electro claws, meaning that Poseidon, let's say the Supremacy, will have a hard time opening up those walls, or let's say hatches, and it's going to be up to Joes to try and assist him with that Maverick.
Can't the Twitch hit that from that range? Or
yeah,
is
it can, but somehow Twitches never seem to care about those electro claws. At least I've never seen people actively pick Twitch to deny Kaid.
Well, that's something people might want to change around because, well, as you said, those hatches are pretty vital. The electro claws are very annoying, so you would say if you have a Twitch, you have those drones, why not use them to full effect? But let's see if they know where those claws will go. It is going to be the first action phase. What is your prediction for this match?
Now, for the match, it's hard to say yet. It's either going to end up in a draw or a very close win for whoever gets the first couple of rounds, because that's going to be the mental game that they will be winning right here. Alive is going to go quickly into the garage. Doesn't know that Maestro seems to be there. I don't know if he's going to get droned. He does get droned out. Will get the pre-fire on to move to who. Beautifully played right there, and that's Alive picking up the entry, not with the Ash, but with the Capito.
And that's just showing that he is the top fragger of this season so far, and he just wants to add another one to keep his KPR up. It is going to be the first frag. Maestro of the board, a very impactful operator for Team GoSkilla to get that great amount of rounds in. Unfortunately, the Life is just playing too aggressive, playing semi-solo, but having those drones to back him up.
Yeah, they know exactly what is clear and what is not, and Tactis right now spots out that there will be an Electro Claw right there. His Pulse is going to get spotted out. Now know his around position right here, as these two players are clearing out the first floor right here. You know that the one roamer that they could possibly have is playing on the bottom floor. Hatches will be opened up just a tiny bit to give some line of sight. Actually, looks like Jizz is going to be opening this hatch up completely with his blowtorch, as he's going to circle around. Question is, will they notice and will they be able to counter it in time, or will they just let him do his job right there?
Ooh, nice try from Alive, but Kalensky is standing by with the SMG as now the hatch will open, and there is a kill from Just. The revac has come in and Kalensky is also low HP, meaning Team GoSkilla isn't out of the woods just yet despite having one frag. The drones are still coming in, and so the frags might be as well for Supremacy.
Definitely so. In the meantime, we will be seeing that rotation from Joes as hatches are still being held because one is still camping inside that area. First canister is going to get deployed, will be denying the drop right here from Poseidon, as he is going to be throwing in the flashbangs right here to try and follow it up. Won't be able to do so as of yet. Tactis is just pinging some stuff out right there. Kazak in the meantime takes down Oscar Mosca. That's going to be the Pulse gone. Just Kalensky in low HP against Panari, who just gets down. It's all up to Kalensky. 104. We saw him clutch before. Question is, Can he do it in this first round? Will he be able to bring his team onto that first round victory? Or is he going to fall?
Such low HP and the diffuser is being planted. Will go for that fight. Unfortunately, can't get a kill just yet. Now he will be circled out as the diffuser is now ticking and just takes the last frag. It's 1-0 for Supremacy, and it seemed they were more playing on aim than tactic. That worked out really well. Alive getting that first frag on the Maestro, as you can see right here. And he was hunting for more, yet he couldn't find the rest of his team though, stepping up as the guys on the side of GoSkilla weren't ready for whatever was being thrown at them.
Yeah, what happened right there is just unawareness on the side of GoSkilla. First of all, the Maestro dying that early on is just a big pain, so to say. And afterwards, that hatch being opened up, they had no clue that was happening. So, at that point, you're going to get 2 free kills right there.
Yeah, but the weird thing is, like, the player, I believe it was the Kaid running by, he could see that the hatch was open, still was running around without a care in the world. Probably just communicating or looking at different things where he shouldn't be looking at. Maybe checking his phone to see if he had a new Tinder match or whatever. And that's how you lose your life, you lose the round, and that means it's 1-0 now for Supremacy. And so far, Team GoSkilla isn't showing the prowess we want them to show.
Yeah, definitely so. But, of course, Maverick is quite silent. That could have been the case why they didn't hear them. Little do we know. Right now we are going into the second round. Preparation phase is about to end, as the people of GoSkilla are returning to the bomb sites, deploying the evil eyes to get some information out. And right there, action phase started. We are going to see whether or not Supremacy will be able to pick up that second round, or if they will be taken back right now by the Gorillas with Skillas.
Again, Move the Hodo going for a very aggressive position with the Maestro, despite losing his life very early on in the first round. So far though, he is not challenged by Alive, diving into the sewers. And it's actually Tactis taking that brunt of the aggression, looking around if he can see anybody. And also K6 on that Jackal will try to look for that first opener. But so far, no footsteps being found. And neither are the players.
Benari seems to have crashed right there. That's quite unfortunate. That means that GoSkilla has to deal with one less. Benari somehow seems to have a lot of trouble lately.
And now they're actually scared.
It is going to get opened up, and Stiggy is ready with it. He's ready with that TCSG-12 for that hatch to be opened up, but it doesn't seem to be happening as of yet, as neither Juz or Poseidon is near to open up that hatch.
He's still so scared of the Maverick though. That is really the impact Supremacy had on the previous round. Now the offense will also start, as Justice standing by, tapping a little bit, but it's actually Alive. The first frag once again. Oscar Moscow will fall. 5v3 is the situation as the drones go in. Also go the players as they're trying to find the second round in succession. But Galensky is still standing by, and so is Move the Ho.
Yeah, on this long angle right here, has the opportunity to deny that plant that Poseidon is about to pull off. As soon as that wall is going to be opened up, he will be reversing in like a little truck, trying to get that plant in. Question is, will he be able to do so, or will he be denied? Long angle might definitely help him out, as Poseidon is just waiting for the call right now. The rest are just droning to get the intelligence that they need, because Kalensky is still going to be there, having those smoke canisters available to him. Meantime, Alive just found out that that angle is being held, as Alive is now going to be crawling in completely through, trying to get an angle on him instead. Won't be able to do that most likely, as he's going to go quite aggressive right here. Gets taken now right there by Move to Who. Move to Who is trying to get some more punishment onto them, but it won't be happening. Evil Eye right there will be dealing some damage, and right now they're doing a good stall game.
And so far indeed, it's 20 seconds left for Supremacy as he's trying to move in backwards, but he will go down. It is back to a 3-on-3 effectively, as the Thatcher is also being done damage to. And K6 will now fall to Stiggy. It's a 3v3 once again. GoSkilla is suddenly stepping up. There's only one player left alive as Stiggy finishes both. GoSkilla takes round 2, meaning it's back to a 1-on-1.
Yeah, and even though they lost one guy from the start, that's a pretty impressive result right there. As that will put them back on a draw. And right now we'll be allowed to get Panari back in the game to try and take that third round in their favor.
Yeah, but I'm going to state it again. There is no player we've seen crash more than Panari.
Yeah, that's also a nice statistic that we could possibly get in.
CCG, get on that stuff.
Get on that.
I'm going to say like at least 5 crashes so far.
Yeah, 5 or 6,
and
I'm
this is
pretty
the
sure.
5th map we've seen him play.
Yeah, so definitely some stuff going on right there. Don't know whether that's his new Windows update or something else.
Well, like you would say, he probably updated his graphics drivers by now, so that shouldn't be the problem.
Oh.
Maybe he's doing something I've had a observer do once, and that is kick out the power cable of your PC.
That
doesn't really
doesn't
help.
happen 6 times in like 5 matches.
Maybe he's in a cramped finish apartment where he has to build in everything so it contains the warmth during the harsh winter.
Maybe. Oh, we don't know. So
we all know he at least has room for his flutes and hopefully also his skills because, well, he is one of the star players of Team GoSkilla. They just have to win some more rounds, though, as it is now 1-1. Despite losing Panari very early on, they still did pretty alright.
Yeah, they did pretty alright, and mainly because of the position of Move to Who right there, being able to just deny that plan from going down with those Evil Eyes, with the Elder, and towards Stiggy using the little hole that they made, which is basically replacing the mirror window that you would otherwise play in that position, using that shotgun with slugs to his fullest potential right there. So well held crossfires, not enough angles being opened up by Supremacy, because they did need the garage control if they want to make that happen.
Yeah, my biggest confusion is for the side of Supremacy. The first round, they had a live going into garage, picking up an early frag onto Move to Ho. No pressure this time. Not really putting him out of position.
Probably because you don't want to do the same thing twice because you get predictable, right?
Yeah, that's true. But as you saw, Move to Ho had such a strong position. They could have thrown that out as well.
So they should have thrown it and said, okay, we actually need to put pressure. Or instead of just deploying those smoke arrows, right? What about fire arrowing through that hole? So if he literally stands right next to it, it's going to be taking him down. But that's something for
possibilities, theories, analysts.
Yeah. Hire me.
Do they have a coach on Supremacy? Do you know? Or an analyst?
They did have one. Not sure if they still do.
Well, you never know. Like, sometimes teams are a little bit unstable. Coaches usually swap around the most. Because some players like the coach and some players don't like the coach because they get criticism or at least strong feedback. And they're like, oh, I hate this coach. I want to listen to him.
You do need to be able, like, that's, I think, the one most, like, there's 2 important rules if you want to become an esporter, right? One is be able to communicate and be able to listen to others.
And be able to suck it up.
Act adultish, you know?
Yeah.
And then the second one is, I forgot it. Oh, take criticism. Be able to take criticism and give criticism, because that's the only way how you're going to be better.
Well, like, give criticism is like give constructive feedback in a normal way. But then
be able to be
a lot of people see constructive criticism as an insult or like an attack. Don't do that.
If you feel personally attacked by literally everything that's being said to you, then do not start at esport or any sports at all.
Don't go on the internet.
And don't go on the internet, because that's not a place for you, because everybody will be giving you their mindset.
It's a bad place for you. Luckily, it's a good place for us. We also get enough flame in the Twitch chat. We always see it, so
they know flame.
If you're saying stuff, we'll find you and send you love letters.
No, Milan will find you, and then we will send you love letters.
Oh yeah, we have people for that. Luckily.
We have people for that.
And did you know the players are just about to get ready back into the game?
Are they about to get ready once again?
Well, I'm seeing on the distance screen that they're all in the session. Well. Our observer or production is putting hands on buttons, and
he's like acting like a DJ now.
Yeah,
right?
He's like, yeah, boys, I'm ready to drop my mixtape. I don't care about this production. I'm just gonna self-promote. But luckily, he doesn't know what to do, and he changes to the game. It is 1-1. GoSkilla just won despite having no Panari. But luckily, it is now a more exciting game.
And that shows that you don't need the strongest gorilla to win the battle. I'm not going to make jokes about certain gorilla. I'm gonna
just
refrain
stay
from
safe,
doing
buddy.
so. I'm
Just
gonna
stay
stay
safe.
safe because I will be receiving a lot of deserved hate if I do that.
By the way, last round we had Supremacy picking up the Thatcher to play more against the Kaid.
Yeah.
That actually moved into Kaid being very scared of every hedge. Like the Maverick first round, doesn't matter if there was a Thatcher or not, he was still scared of every hedge.
Yeah, true. Because, well, first of all, he died first because of the hatch being opened up, so he wanted to make sure that Jez is not pulling the same trick twice. And it's like he didn't do that as he went down those CCTV stairs and tried to put some pressure there. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. They needed the angles after fall, which didn't make. Now we won't be seeing a Thatcher or Twitch, but we are going to be seeing the Kaid. And you might ask yourself, why the Kaid? Well, except for those two walls right there. On the left of Mufta, who is putting down his evil eye on a unreinforced wall. That's not the smartest thing to do. A grenade could, the other side at least, could be destroying that, or even simple gunfire. Right now, garage control will be established as it seems by Alive once again. Hoping to get the entry fragger right now, running in with his pistol as a true entry fragger, as that will make you run faster. Just a tiny bit, but it will help you.
And if you run faster, you get kills faster, right?
Yeah, because you
That is
can
the
get
equation.
the drop on them.
And then if you have good drone work from your teammates, or maybe yourself as well, you just get closer and closer. There is a peek now coming in. KSX takes down Mufta. I don't really know what he was doing there.
That's the second time he died on first within like 40 seconds right there, and as he's playing quite a crucial role as we saw in the last round, which they actually won. It's not the smartest thing to do right here, and Oscar Mosca is chilling in the basement. Don't know if Alive is actually gonna be
what?
Alive. Did he just run past there?
He's a ghost. He's like Sonic the Hedgehog just running past, and he's staying alive as he now takes down Kalensky as well. It is a 5-on-3 situation. And now he's actually playing the smart game, also droning out a little bit, trying to find more opponents to destroy them a little bit later on.
Yeah, in the meantime, we will see IQ trying to take down those electric claws, maybe through the window, so he will be allowing Poseidon to open up the wall when he wishes to. Question is, will he be able to do that right there? We are going to see the wall bank coming down. Actually, no damage being put down whatsoever by Tactis. As his job as IQ hasn't been fulfilled yet. Alive with another frag. This time onto Oscar Mosca is trying to go even more aggressive right here. Tactis is gonna try and find one himself. Sticky gets down, but Panari takes down Alive. Right now we are in a 1-on-4 situation. It's all up to Panari to try and make this happen. Shotgun blasts are coming in from below. And right there, Juz will be taking him out in the end.
And that means Supremacy reigns supreme once again. The Maverick, with that little hole, it seems like GoSkilla is not ready for that. And Supremacy is just saying, well, we don't really care about your Kaid.
No.
We have a Maverick, we have so many angles we can open.
Yeah.
And you lose your Miso so early on that he can't really do much against us.
Maverick is like the perfect counter against Kaid as well. Like they're gonna make it hard for your Termite to open up, but then there's this guy with a blowtorch. He's like, I'll just melt through the wall.
Yeah, like people expect a certain audio cue when a wall is being opened up, or
It's
like a Thatcher nade, or at least that electrical to be destroyed. Well, it's not. He's just a guy blowing his way through the wall, but just a little bit at a time.
Yeah, and his tactics is actually hanging on those windows. They will be diverted, like their attention will be diverted to those windows. As that's actually what you can see and hear very clearly. So
and not just that, Alive running in like a madman.
Alive, I don't know even how he got there. Like he ran from elevator to
probably with his pistol out once again.
Probably with his pistol out, possibly. But like, how did he get in there? That's my question. Did he just use the elevator, which are out of commission as far as I know?
Well, maybe he found a way to rappel up some way, somehow. And maybe moved the host position because of him dying there early on, gave up a certain angle, which Alive took advantage of.
Now, we are going to do some theory crafting. You see that hatch being open right there?
Yeah.
Since Rainbow started, I wanted an operator which has the ability to just use a grapple hook, right? To shoot up and create a ladder. Yeah. Wouldn't it be amazing if like the Alive on the entry frag would just be going into that room, shoot the grapple hook up, like a rappel up, or
he's already a window. This guy has no real respect for his opponents. Oh, I give you a fire arrow, Stiggy. Oh, I see you running. Oh, you're down. Oh, I'm sorry, Stiggy.
He knows he's down. He just can't find him right there. We'll be picking up that frag eventually. As we were talking about his ways to entry frag getting possibly countered by Ash. Well, that's not the case. He will be doing just as fine on the Capital. Meanwhile, Rest of Supremacy are trying to clear out these bot wires right here. Drone work will be done to hopefully assist. As that's very smart actually. Those electric claws are buried into the framework of the floor right there, as they've created a little hole in the floorboards, but not like completely through. Panari picking up tactics as we speak though. Electro Claw gets placed into that, will be denying both walls, but is going to be impossible to be twitched or to be seen. So they will have to take down either from below or use a Thatcher. So that's actually very smart play right here from GoSkilla. Haven't seen that being used before. Maybe the drone work can show us once. As right now Poseidon is ready to beat down his exothermic charge, open up the bomb site. In the meantime, Kalensky is just chilling in there. In that little bullseye side.
But again, Supremacy has so much map control already.
Yeah.
Tactics did die with a little bit of an overpeak, or actually not just a little bit. And Panari was able to take advantage of that. Move to Ho, now takes down Jezenos. Kamosa takes down Alive, meaning GoSkilla suddenly turns it around. A wall has been opened, Panari is standing by, but unfortunately it is going to be also K6 still moving around with that Jackal. So far though, he hasn't found an angle or a spot onto some footsteps, and it's actually still his Termite being in a very nasty situation.
Yeah, definitely, and they do have intelligence. They know exactly where he is. Gas canister gets popped. KSXL will be taking down Oscar Mosca. Goes quite low himself. Has to watch out. Meantime, Poseidon is going to get killed right there by Move to Who. And right now, GoSkilla has the right papers. They have 30 seconds left on the clock. They have a crossfire on the bomb. That will be safe from anyone peeking it. So it is a 3-on-1 situation. KSX has to take down all 3 players if he wants to have an opportunity here. But Panari and Move to Who will be ready to take him down as soon as he walks in. Right there, spots out that gun barrel from Panari, tries to wallbang it, doesn't get him baited out, and eventually dies to Move to Who, as GoSkilla will be drawing things up once again up to 2-2.
I'm actually confused though by Supremacy. They have that opening frag, then they start to go a little bit solo every now and then.
Yep.
Tactics going for the peak, then that guy going for a peak. I don't really see the tactic I saw on the lower bomb sides.
No, definitely not. And well, talking about lower bomb site, we are going to be going back to that. But if we're looking at that, they were going completely vertical. No horizontal play whatsoever to get people out of positions. No one using the windows after Alive died to try and get in these crossfires, which they needed, because Panari could easily be wallbanged through a window if they wanted to. Same goes for Move to Who. But yeah, that's not the case, and that means that GoSkilla was able to tie things back up to a 2-2. And right now we'll be going back to the bottom floor, which is of course the preferred bomb site. It could be taking the lead here potentially.
By the way, one thing I also have to mention, I believe the IQ of Tactics took out that Electro Claw in the end, but somehow he then thought it was a good idea to peek instead of grouping up with the Termite.
Yeah.
If he would have just done that, or just waited at that window for that wall to go open, it would have been an easy round for Supremacy.
It would have been, but like Kill Hunger seemed to be getting the better hand out of them.
Well, it is all about the hands that have to be played or have to be drawn on if you're called half, because somehow you and I were confused about all the blue ink on your hand. Now it's all gone because you're a magic man. As we go into the 5th round, it is going to be Alive on the Sophia this time to see if that big gun can bring him some joy. As the rest of the team is slowly moving up. They have to face also a Valkyrie now, but the IQ should be able to make short work of that. Also a mute being picked up, meaning their operator choices have swapped around a little bit as the Analizando is coming in.
And definitely so. Mute, of course, a soft counter to Jackal, as it will make his visor basically impossible to get the scans on. In the meantime, look at them. They're ready on top of that hatch. Just doesn't want to be opening that one up. He's too afraid he's going to get shot at if he does so. Instead, is going to go for that roamer upstairs. Won't be able to hit him. Gets downed in the process. As Tactis is going to get one frag of his own. Right now, gets a second one. In the meantime, Alive is trying to push up right here to make short work, I believe, of Panari, who's roaming upstairs.
That seemed like a leg spike, though. He was like,
Yeah,
I'm back.
Shaking it around a little bit right there as Panari is holding off these angles that just got created. Has to watch out. He's not going to get pushed from his back right there, but could be potentially picking up the termite as he's not going to get peeked from the other side right now. Smart choice to go lay down, but will he be able to get a frag or get picked up? I'm not sure where Alive is right now. C4 is going to get prepped though by Stiggy, waiting for someone to make a little bit too much of a noise. And right there, Alive picks up Panari, and that's going to be clean. Roam clear as you can get. Alive got removed from the match. Toxic kill on Panari.
Too impactful and has to get away. It is now a 2-on-4 situation because of the disconnect, and just is low. Alive has already returned. He's a fast bloke. Fortunately, though, for the team of Supremacy, he won't have any influence on the rest of this round. Did Valkyrie already pop the C4, though? I believe she didn't, meaning that can still be very important together with the smoke canisters, as Kalensky is also still alive.
Hatch is going to get opened up, but it seems like no one has a single clue about what's happening. As right there, the hatch is going to be opened up. They could be watching that potentially. Sticky wants to go for the actual flank right there on the stairs. Doesn't seem to be doing so. Smoke canisters are going to get popped, and Kalensky is going to be the last hope for that bomb site. Now has to fall back into the vault. And Sticky is going to try his luck to try and progress right there. Canister is going to get deployed, will be dealing some damage. Sticky finishes him off right there, but there, oh, drop actually gets us. What's happening? Gets a second one. Just, however, drops in as well, picks up the frag somehow. Sticky stayed alive. Poseidon gets that plant up, and right now it's a one-on-one situation. Sticky somehow manages to clutch this out, gets 3 kills. I'm not even sure how, and we'll be getting that defuse on time. And we could be saying that they could have lost this because of the DC of Alive.
It's just magic. These two guys, a 2v4 as we won't count that 5 effectively. But look at this. Also that drop just coming in way too late. No position being held. It seemed like they were moving in Supremacy. And then we're just going to say we don't expect any opposition because they only have 2 guys.
So 2 guys dropped in from that hatch. He killed one. One ran past somehow, killed out the smoke on the bomb site, then managed to come back and die afterwards. So yeah. I'm so confused on what happened right there.
Probably magic stuff.
A little bit of magic indeed.
And stuff we can't explain with science either. Blackbeard is now being picked up by Tactis as they expect the stuff to go a little bit more upstairs. It is the lead for Team GoSkilla for the first time in this matchup. And it is currently 3-2, and let's see if they can bring it to 4 in the last round of the first half.
Yeah, let's see if they can indeed, as we are going to Archive Stellars. It's going to be a hard one for them, as they haven't played this one before, but that could also be the benefit for them, as it could be that Supremacy is a bit tilted right now after losing a 5-on-2 situation like that because of a DC and just unlucky droppings right there. This could be working out well for GoSkilla, who are looking to get these important points on the board to stay ahead of Supremacy, because if they lose this to them, they will be overtaken by Supremacy in that leaderboard.
Cliffhanger time, as we do see the duck, so maybe Sticky has something up his sleeve. Will it be a spawn peek? It would make me such a happy man, but Alive is already moving in.
Suppressor.
And as a suppressor?
It's the Navy SEALs coming out right there. Actually with Blackbeard and also with the tactics that we are seeing from Alive.
Well, time will tell if they will be as effective as this drone. We'll get some intel in. Alive is getting closer, but Move to Ho already has an interesting peeky hole.
How was he allowed to get that far up? He's right next to the windows.
Yep.
Look at this.
That will now slightly be blown up, and that means Alive will have a peek. We'll try to spray around, but they know the angle is there. He will fall back a slight bit, but Maverick is still around. And will Team GoSkilla fall for this one? Kalensky has taken a little bit of damage through that castle barrier. and it might eventually meet his end doing so. K6 will now take down Stickity Dog, is out of the equation. It's already a 5-on-4 in favor of Supremacy.
Glensky's calling out right there. There is one on that window. Please help me soon. And I believe this is where the Blackbeard could be coming into play, as he could be playing in that little hole right there with a rifle shield, making sure he won't be tagged. In the meantime, hole behind him got opened up. Was unaware of that, as Alive is going to pick up that frag. Not sure if it was actually opened up by them or by GoSkilla, because if it was by Alive, then something is definitely wrong with their headsets. In the meantime, it's going to be a 5-on-3 situation once again, but can GoSkilla turn it around this time? Or will they be falling bit by bit, as Supremacy is still having access to all 5 of their members on full HP?
Shots are being exchanged. The Blackbeard isn't two-faced about him though. His tactics is still repelling around. It's a 5-on-3. They know they can slow it down, but they should be playing together. Alive goes down to Oscar Mosca. A good play from the Valkyrie, but also has lost a decent amount of life. Now also going down to the Vermite of Poseidon, meaning it's an effective 3-on-2. Still some good opposition from GoSkilla. They need to step it up just a little bit extra.
Diffuser now dropped with Panari, though. He has the opportunity right here to hold. They will be getting the down right there onto Juz, and it's all up to Tactis right now. He is on that window. Move to who will have the opportunity to help up Oscar Moscow right now, and indeed will do so. They do have the intelligence. Most likely C4 is going to get pre-planted on that Diffuser. Tactis, in the meantime, is going to be rappelling in right there. Doesn't know that Valkyrie is going to be coming from the back. In the meantime, Deagle shots coming down, won't be landing. Panari manages to get a lot of kills on this round, getting down that Diffuser and holding it off with whatever it may take. Winning that round in the end, a 5-on-3 turnaround, and GoSkilla will be walking away with that.
Panari is a survivor we need and we don't deserve. A legend amongst men, 4-2 in favor of GoSkilla, a decent half. Yet now they also have to attack with proper caution. Nomad will be picked up. It seems like they favor some new operators, but they'll have to face Vigil, an operator we could have expected them to play as well. Yet we haven't.
Yeah, definitely so, and unfortunately he is going to get 6 picked out onto Ella. That is going to be changing things up. They will have to be a bit more careful, but of course due to the 6 pick they will know Ella is going to be there. And that Thatcher could be coming in quite clutch right here if they manage to throw those in beforehand.
Those Grismod mines are always a pesky thing to play around, because they do really blur your vision big time. Also the Pulse coming in for Alive, hoping the C4 plays will help him out, and after a remake again he has 5 frags. Panari as well, Move to Who and Sticky all stepping up. Yet Alive before that rehost already had a count of 3 or something. So I think he's probably sticking to the stats he already had with, I believe, a 1.2 KPR. And the KDR not being too far off either.
Definitely so. Now let's see whether the attack of GoSkilla is just as good as their defense. Defense looked a little bit clunky in the start of the match, but they managed to make the best out of it, turning around 2 situation, 5-on-2 and a 5-on-3 back to their hand, and winning those as well. 2-4 is the current scoreline. We have swapped halves, of course, at halftime. Right now, Team GoSkilla will be the attack. Supremacy on the defense, as you see their setup unfolding. Already in the action phase, of course, GoSkilla is not as fast on attacking as Alive is, who by now would have already been in the bomb site.
Yeah, what I'm actually wondering is if we're going to see Alive roam later on in this half.
He's going for aggressive peaks, right? He wants to know if someone is coming dirt. If that's going to be the case, he's going to be running out, I'm telling you right there. Spots out 2 players, though, above him. Now, we'll be giving that information to KSX, as he's the actual one. 3 players, actually, to try and contest that. Now, I'm thinking that they do have a Grossmot ready.
Oh!
Ooh, C4 is going to be coming out, won't be hitting anything. As I wanted to say, they have a Grismot ready on the top of those stairs. But right now, Ella had to fall back because of this hatch being opened up. Smart call by the side of GoSkilla, as this will allow them control of servers, which is going to be the start of your initial plan.
Also a good idea from Alive trying to get that C4 in. Now though, the Fetcher Nade has destroyed his heart monitor for the time being, meaning he'll have to rely on the aim, drones and of course the cameras. And he's going to be GoSkilla slowly approaching the bomb site, still trying to gain some intel and even getting some decent spots out. And now also some new different angles with the Maverick.
There's no Maestro.
Oh.
They will have only an evil eye to spot out if someone is going to go for this plant. As Sticky is trying to indeed get that done right there. That Thatcher nade will be tossed in. That means they will be blind. As the defuse is now coming down. As Kamoska gets a frag. First canister is going to get used. Will be pushing him off the plant. As Alive actually called that out, I believe, with his heartbeat sensor. Second canister is going to get prepped right there. Will be tossed in as soon as Sticky wants to go for the plant, but it's too far. Sticky can still go for the plant if he wants to. Is going to be trying to do so. C4 is going to get tossed in as well. So much utility is being wasted right here by the side of GoSkilla.
And now just comes in with Pistol, takes down Oscar Mosca, and that is the flanker coming in into full effect. Panarian also has lost some life as he is playing on that sledge, but still the Pulse can scan a little bit more. Tactics though takes down Move to Hope. Panari with one refrag brings it back to a 3-on-3, and health has been lost by a decent amount of players. Kalansky, Panari though get the opportunity, and as the diffuser goes down, so do the players of Supremacy, meaning Team GoSkilla goes to a 5-2 scoreline.
Yeah, you saw a lot of utility being wasted right there with Sticky trying to get that plant in at the most advantageous position. They used 2 canisters and 2 C4s. None of them did any damage. And that allowed them to get in the flank at the same time as well. Pick up 1 or 2 players and allow them to get that plant in. After 2-5 current scoreline, GoSkilla is 1 round away from being safe. 2 rounds away from the full 3 points. And they sure as hell do want to get those points, because that will mean they will stay in front of Supremacy and will be tying things up with Supremacy for the time, with Vitality for the time being, who are playing after this, I believe.
Yeah, Trust Gaming versus Vitality will be their first match of the evening. As you said, it will be the match after this one, and later on they will take on End Gaming at the end. So Vitality still has a very good shot at getting some decent points, but let's look if GoSkilla can actually get some points in under the new banner of this organization. It was a little bit of time where they were orgless, or called Kakona Kakop3, which was of course the most prestigious org in the last century. But well, now they're back to a new home, and so far they've been showing that they are up to the task.
One thing is certain though, both M&M and GoSkilla will be cheering on for Trust Gaming to win their match against Vitality, because that will allow both teams to tie things up. Right now though, we are still in this match, Supremacy against GoSkilla. Winner of this team matchup will be taking that 3rd spot in the rankings. Of course, both still will be safe. Question is how much though, and with what margin, as GoSkilla is now going to be trying to attack the top floor instead of the bottom floor. Supremacy giving up to that hold right from the start. Lost it once, can't be bothered to do it again. As we get a nice news fact right here, nice news flash. We hear that Extreme is currently 5-4 in front against M&M.
And that is also quite interesting, because Extreme is awkwardly at the somewhat bottom of the scoreboard or rankings at the moment, where we didn't really expect them after we saw them start. There's actually a run out, I do believe, resulting into nothing. But M&M Gaming has been doing pretty well. It's currently in that top 4 and are actually losing against a French team.
Well, I mean, losing against a French team says nothing if there's 3 French teams in the league, right? So, we'll be almost against losing just in general, as right now. First canister got popped. KSX is quite low. No one received any damage yet of GoSkilla, except for the 1 HP and move to. Not sure how that happened. Second canister is going to get used very early on. In the meantime, Sticky's opening up the wall as well. And that's going to be opening up extra angles right there. In the meantime, they are trying to contest Tactis. I'm not sure how he died right there. Just takes down Move to Who. I believe that is going to be coming through from the little stock room.
I'm actually still unaware how just got that. I think the new angle that was opened up by Team GoSkilla, or maybe like a drone hole?
No, I think he was playing upstairs in the stock room and actually got the frag like that. And look at that. Termite using that hole right there. Knows one is going to be below there. It's actually the Kaid with that big ass shotgun is going to be able to possibly get that. Just goes for the run out, gets Oscar Mosca right there. Almost gets picked up by Stiggy's, just too late, but they do have side control, and that's what's most important. Panari picks up a side and will be able to hold off any rotation right now. In the meantime, Stiggy's going to go for the plant, as this was a way too dangerous run out. 2-on-3, 2-on-2 as we speak. And Stiggy is he's just going to try and get the best possible position to get that plant in. In the meantime, though, Juz is very close. Could be going in for a potential wall bang, but doesn't succeed in doing so. Bomb has been planted. Spots one behind that couch. Wants to go for the wall bang. Switch over to his pistol. Gets the frag somehow. It's all going to be up to Stiggy in a 1-on-2. One is coming from behind, and one is contesting him from the front. Will he be able to drag in this round and bring them to a safe haven, or will he not be? Well, one thing is for sure, they didn't know where he was until KZX found him right there, and that means we are going to 3-5, and Supremacy manages to clutch this out.
That was a very close and scary moment right there. Team GoSkilla eventually loses, despite these crazy moments where Sticky could have turned it around. They knew where Juz was coming from, yet they did not know how to stop him, as I believe he got a grand total of 4 kills that round. KZX also tried to help and eventually did, meaning Supremacy is still in it to win it.
Definitely so. Of course, GoSkilla now will have to pick up the next round, make sure that they will be getting in safe. We are going back to Locker CCTV, and that's a bomb site which they've won. They were effective at drawing out those utility pieces that Supremacy has, as Kafara is going to get picked. That's going to be interesting.
Well, the flanks of Juz on this bomb site have worked out really well. GoSkilla wasn't really prepared for that, yet Team GoSkilla won the round.
And GoSkilla doesn't play alone.
That's true. They are pretty bunched up, so they probably won't be caught off that much. And if they're down, there is no real chance for an interrogation because there's people stepping up.
He's going to be laying under the desk in the CEO office. Now, most likely, Oscar Mosca will be entering from that position.
Oh. So you're saying
a lack of droning is going to cause an interrogation.
And there's a very big chance Oscar Mosca will fall with the Nomad.
Like, whoever is going to be entry fragging, and I think that is going to be either Panari or Oscar Mosca, is most likely going to go through either stockroom or the CEO office to get the top floor control as they go. If they don't, they're going to be leaving top floor open, which is going to be even more of a threat because they will allow just free play space. So, if they don't drone him out properly, we can see an interrogation coming out right here as he's laying behind that desk. This is quite a dangerous position because if that window is going to get opened up, they could potentially spot him out right there.
And then we can ask if he takes down Oscar Mosca. Are you salty? No, Matt.
No. I wouldn't be salty.
Erwin got it, you didn't.
Oh wait,
what
do you say?
No, you'll have to watch it
Are
back.
you salty, Nomad?
No,
or no mate?
He's playing Nomad.
Yeah, I know, but because Nomad, you mean no mate?
Never mind.
Ah man, I can't handle it.
It's too late now. You ruined it already. Let's see what Stiggy will do with the Termite. We'll open up this beautiful wasp, but Nari takes down KSX with that lovely nade. Panari already onto 12 frags after a rehost as well. So he's stepping up big time, and that's probably one of the main reasons GoSkilla is currently winning.
Yeah, definitely so, but as I said, they aren't even contesting Juz right now, and that gives them a lot of free space. Could be roaming in from the back right here. Calls are coming out from the pulse right now. Juz has exact knowledge of 2 or 3 players off the team of GoSkilla, and could be coming in right here using the hatch that they just opened up against them. That's exactly what he wants to do. Spots out one player actually right there as we swap off. Picks up that frag onto Stiggy. Wants to get one more. Gets picked up by Panari. That's a clean trade. That means that they are going to be safe to try and get that plant in and make sure that they are not going to get interrogated.
Oh, there's actually a small contention from this garage area. There is a player laying in a very long angle waiting for the Valkyrie to maybe go for the fight. That puts pressure onto Supremacy. Thatcher nades are coming in. It is still a 4-on-3 in favor of the attacking side. The C4s are prepped and ready to be thrown out together with the smoke canisters. The diffuser plant is coming in still, yet to be stopped. 2 seconds left, and it will actually not go down as the C4 comes in. It's alive. Just taking another frag for his trouble, but the flank from Garage will soon come in.
I know exactly where the diffuser will be located now, and those smoke canisters will be possibly able to help. Oscar Mosca gets a frag right there, and is going to be able to hold the rotation, hold the angle right there, as Move2Who and Oscar Mosca both pick up a frag, and that means GoSkilla has 6 rounds. They will be safe, and only have 1 round to go for those full 3 points.
And that is actually quite impressive. GoSkilla stepping it up once again on the lower bomb side, and actually doing something Supremacy didn't. Put pressure on the garage area when you know someone is playing
garage
there.
And the hatches.
Yeah, like they knew that is probably the weak point. If you just dislodge that one player that's holding that long angle, you don't really have to push. You don't really have to get the kill. Just get him off that angle, and the rest of the team can just step in.
It is Bank 101 though. If you take the bottom floor, you will be planting where GoSkilla plants. There's no other viable bomb. Well, the other one, if you have complete control, there's only one person at site, you kill him, then you can actually do that, because there's a lot more they have to go through. But you open up the hatches, you open up garage, and then you plant there, because you have complete lines of sight, you have complete vertical play. You can use your utility however you want, and that's what GoSkilla is doing right here, and Supremacy fails to counter. Now, they lost it once again, and they're saying, let's not do it for a 3rd time. Even though 3rd time's a charm, we're going to tell our archives and see after that what we can do. Because, you know, if they win this one, they can go back to CEO. If they win that one, then they do have to go back to basement. So, eventually they'll end up there. They're just maybe trying to salvage out some rounds right here. There's Panari, look at him. The big gorilla on 13 kills. Plus like another 3 before rehost. Or maybe 2 because he kind of DC'd.
Are you gonna say Panari's gonna get your star? Will he get the sticker in his report?
Yeah, he will get my star sticker.
Oh, the star even, not just the smiley, but the star.
Yeah, the star sticker. If he gets 15 frags, he's gonna definitely get it.
All right, let's see. Panari, of course, again on the sledge. What operator would you have expected him to play otherwise on the offensive side? So far, the nades have rained in pretty alright, and the frags with the gun even better. As KSX will now take down Move2Who with an early peek with that duck. That is something you know that can happen on this map, and something you shouldn't be even falling for at this level.
Of course, quite unlucky. Panari, though, is going to go quite aggressive right here. Could be potentially picking up a frag if he's quick enough. It seems like everybody has already fled the scene. There's going to be a lesion up on those stairs, and well, if the skylight is going to get played, it's going to be a free kill right there, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Panari needs to find another angle as he's using the hatches that they open up, trying to find out a potential position. So far hasn't happened yet. Some default cams are still up, are going to get taken down in the process. And looking at this setup, everybody is playing on the same actual level, and for a bomb site, which is so, let's say, destructible vertically, I don't know if that's going to be the right decision, because it's just going to be up to KSX right there to make sure that that won't be the case. Panari has that big sledgehammer. He can just be opening up the complete floorboards right there to get the information that they need. Question is, does Move2Who watch that drone? Does he know that the flank of KSX is going to be coming in anytime soon right now? Some of those goo mines are actually going to get deployed, are actually going to get triggered as well. Just knows that players are upstairs. Of course, where else would they be? Panari, he's just tagging right now for, yo, watch this. Actually spots out one, doesn't get the frag, just takes down a little bit of HP off Tactis. And he's going to keep on hammering. Due to Stiggy not being ready, that kill will not be secured right there. And that's unlucky.
I want to see Panari opening up vertical plays and now throwing in the nades as well. Something you should expect if you're playing against him. And the C4 will actually take him down alive. Picking up yet another kill. making it a 5-on-3 situation. GoSkilla still has no real entry point now, goes in towards the side, but Poseidon takes out Oscar Mosca. More smoke cancers are flying in. It is a 2-on-5, something GoSkilla has won already in the past, and Sticky picks up the first frag, picks up 2 as well. K6 and Just do know how to answer though, meaning it is now a 6-4, and GoSkilla is maybe trembling a little bit.
Yeah, definitely so. So, it's gonna be interesting to see, as they are asking for a rehost, I assume, due to a sound bug appearing with the mute jammer. Not sure if that's gonna get approved.
Questions? Still? Oh. We're actually observer NA. That
there
means
we
we're
go.
gonna have what we see, and that's what we're bringing you as well. GoSkilla is now still leading 6-4 as we go into round 11. Still a match point and still them on the offensive side. And what can Panari do this time?
Now I'm wondering if just meant to say have fun ×3, as this is the 3rd time they're actually getting into the game, or if he wanted to use that little emoji, which is like an X and a 3. Like
that one looks a bit weird, so
it looks a bit weird, but you know, maybe the Frenchies are a bit weird as well.
Je ne sais pas.
Je ne parle pas les causes.
Okay then, as we now do also see a bandit coming out for the first time, it is out of the equation. And will that bring Supremacy yet another round and maybe even a draw? On the other side of things, the UK stream, we already had a drop. That was M&M Gaming taking on Extreme Video Esports, eventually turning into a 6-6 scoreline.
Yeah, 1 draw already. Now, we haven't had more than 1 yet. So let's assume that this will be a win. Else we have a new record.
A record you do truly want to have.
Let's just go only draws today.
Oh god. Well, like, it would make the competition interesting, because then you can really say, oh, they're all equal level and stuff like that.
Yeah, but also, like, if basically this week you could just delete it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
like everyone has impact. 1 point. Oh, okay.
Let's everybody get 2 points this week. Congratulations.
And see you next week. Well, next week, of course, will also be an interesting week with more power, more happiness, more joy, and more death.
Panari going to be entering from that stock room, as I predicted last time they were supposed to be going up here. Now, they are actually going to be doing that. Trying to pre-fire some of the angles that Roamer could be playing at if they manage to be funny again and pick a Caveira. Not going to be the case. No Caveira coming out. But instead, GoSkillas are trying to clear out the complete top floor, as they realize top floor is the actual bomb site which they have to take. Hunting for those Valkyrie cameras, won't be finding any as of yet, I believe. Most likely Oscar Mosca will come by soon to just give a little scan and call it out to the people. As look at that. Moto already made his little glory hole right there, and Bandit is kind of worried about that, as that will mean that it's going to be harder for him to Bandit trick.
Shots are being fired, yet none are being hit thus far. But Panari takes out Poseidon, top fragger again. Goes hard.
Panari with this so many kills right now is doing some major work right here. In the meantime, Jizz is just trying to get into a good position right here. And look at this.
Oh.
It's definitely going to be in an advantage as well. No one is going to be on that window. Actually spots out the Maverick right there as well. Just doesn't get the kill onto move to who. Wall is going to get opened up, and this will allow the members of GoSkilla to get in with that plan anytime soon. KSX is also going to get taken down by Panari. Panari with his 2nd kill of the round is holding this long angle right here and looking to make more. There's still 2 grenades in his pocket. And if only Tactis is going to get droned out, he could be throwing one through that dronal and potentially pick up a kill like that. Just spots out Panari, takes him down to half HP. He's going to get a repeat though, without him even knowing. And Supremacy is having kind of a tough job. Alive is actually going to go for the disconnect, and that's quite unlucky in the last very round. Oscar Mosca grabs up another frag as well. It's all going to be up to Joes. In the meantime, Stiggy is going to go for that diffuser plant. And as that is going to be going down, it will be a 1-on-4 situation as he picks up 1 frag. 4 to go if he wants to keep their team into it for the draw right here. Just though on 1 HP has to take down 4 members of the Finnish team. Won't be doable if he gets all the headshots, but that won't be the case. Stiggy will be finishing things off right there and turning the scoreline to 7-5, as they will be taking 3 more points on the side of
3
GoSkilla.
points and a dream, and that means that the side of GoSkilla is now getting higher and higher up the boards. Despite everything Supremacy wanted to throw at them, they did win. Ooh, lovely fishing there from Stiggy. And well, he probably scared the hell out of their opponents as well with those last rounds coming in. Big open holes, and now